They're so pissed, you never miss. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they're so pissed because you never missed. When you think about LeBron James, you think about a person who barely missed, right? He always going to the game precise. He most times going to the game precise. Majority of the times he go in and take care of his business. That's why they consider him the GOAT. He never missed. Okay. When you think about one of your favorite preachers who always deliver a great word or something that is so relatable, not only just relatable but articulate and based upon the Bible. For me, that's a Dr. Miles Monroe, right? I consider him as one of my mentors. However, when it comes to his messages, always on point, always delivering. All right, never miss. When you think about one of your friends, or if you were that friend who always show up, you never miss. You follow what I'm saying? Some people are going to be pissed because it seems like you don't make mistakes. You make mistakes, but they're looking for your flaws so much to where they are not catching them at all. And they're only paying attention to all the things you do right. Let me say that once again, y'all. When a person hates you so much or hate your success so much, they stop looking at all the things that you do wrong and they start looking at all the things you do right. For instance, he got a new Bentley. He got a new Lamborghini. She got this type of man. She got that. You looking at all the stuff I got, but you ain't looking at what I did to get there. You ain't looking at the grind. You ain't looking at the time I spent. You follow what I'm saying? So when people start hating your success so much, they stop looking at you as a human being and they start looking at you as an object. Like, this person got that. They did this. They met this person. They traveled over here. You looking at everything I got, but you ain't looking at the process that helped me to get there. You follow what I'm saying? And so this goes right back to the topic. They're so pissed you never miss. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I don't miss a shot. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I don't miss a shot, because you don't. Now, family, I want to get right into this video because this right here is something that a lot of us go through. People judge us off of the fact that we make good decisions, okay? A lot of times, y'all, when people make bad decisions, they try to force their bad decisions onto you and make it your emergency. Your bad decisions is not my emergency. I'm sorry about that. In fact, I'm not sorry about that. But it goes right back to they're so pissed you never miss. Okay? And so with that being said, y'all, we got to talk about this, all right? I'm sending nothing but love, peace, and prosperity. Second video of today. I got to drop another one, y'all. And so make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get right into this, y'all. Number one, first reason why they're so pissed that you never miss is because your discernment is always spot on. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, your discernment is always spot on. All right. You're probably the person, or more than likely, you're the person who can look at another individual and tell that they're going to be problems right before y'all even have a problem. Again, it's not to say that you're speaking this into existence. You're speaking this on your life, or you're hoping the worst for a person or from a person. But discernment is real. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Discernment is real. It is your duty spiritually to prejudge a person spiritually before even encountering them. It speaks about discernment so many times in the Bible. It is your job to spiritually utilize your wisdom. That's what we praying for knowledge and wisdom for. And so for you, you use your discernment and it's almost spot on. You remember that person who came into your life and you seen that you look like a cheater, or you look like a person who will betray me or somebody in this circle. You know what? I'm going to put somebody on game about you, or I'm going to just remove myself from you, and I'm going to go ahead and call it. And people may say I'm crazy. People may say I'm being negative. People may say I'm being the party pooper. Okay, fine. I'm the party pooper. I'll be that. 6 months down the line to a year. Sometimes it don't even take that long. You found out that this was the person who was the snake in the circle. You diagnosed the Judas in the group. Yeah, somebody drop in the comments and say, I can peep a Judas. And I need y'all to understand something. That discernment will help you do it every time. That's why they pissed. Because your discernment is on point. They trying to take advantage. Nope, can't do it. Your discernment on point. They trying to betray you. Nope, can't do it. Discernment is on point. They're trying to steal from you, hurt you. Whatever the case is, can't do it. Discernment is on point. Number 2, it's going to be this right here, family. Delivery is on point. All right? Your delivery is on point. Family, delivery can mean so many different things, okay? But in this point, or within this point, when I say delivery, I'm talking about how a person show up every time. You know, like how some people expect for you to have an off day. You know, I went to work with this particular lady, man. Name is Claudia. Shout out to Miss Claudia, man. Hispanic lady, older lady. And she was just a sweetheart, right? Just a sweetheart, man. We love Miss Claudia. But Miss Claudia never really had an off day, okay? I'm sure she has had one, but it didn't even seem like it was an off day, all right? She always speak to everybody. She bring like little pound cake to work, you know. I mean, if you want it, get a piece of the pound cake. If not, it's just the kind gesture is what I'm saying. Very, very nice. Always made sure she was punctual. Always smelled nice. You know, she came to the job punctual, professional, and ready to perform, okay? But what I'm saying is this right here. Her delivery was always on point. When she speak to people, kindness, mannerisms, talking to the boss, talking to whoever, always on point. All right. Just like my DoorDash. I like ordering from certain spots because I know if I go to this particular place, it's going to be on point. Right. Rena, what are you saying right now? That's the same thing with yourself. Your delivery is on point. How you talk to people is on point. How you move around people is on point. How you navigate through certain relationships is on point. How you communicate with people is on point. How you comprehend, it's on point, right? And so when they're sitting back looking at this, the first thing that come up to their mind, oh, you think you better than me. That's a big thing with human beings. You think you better than me. I don't think that I'm better than you just because I'm coming prepared, all right? I don't think I'm better than you just because I'm coming prepared. All right. My delivery is just on point. That's all it is, y'all. That's it. Number 3, it's going to be this right here, y'all. Inaccurate judgment. Inaccurate judgment. Somebody may say, well, Reno, how is it that we can judge people correctly, but they can't judge us? That's a hypocrisy. I'm glad y'all mentioned it in Acts. Listen, y'all, some people are not utilizing their discernment from God. Some people are utilizing discernment from self. It says not to lean on your own understanding. Do y'all hear me? Some people are getting their discernment from the world. It says not to lean on your own understanding. Do you hear me? So when you are connected to the Most High, when you are connected to God, you got to realize something, y'all. It's not going to be too many times where you have inaccurate judgment, okay? Even when you are wrong, somehow you was right. I'm not saying all right, but it was something about it that made you, jump to a conclusion or make a good hypothesis, educated guess. But the point is, y'all, is that with them, they cast inaccurate judgment on you. They don't have the facts. They speak from a place of opinion. They speak from a place of assumption. They speak on things that they don't know nothing about, okay? You ever had a person make a bad judgment on you just because of what you was wearing that particular day, right? I'm a black man in America, y'all. I'm going to say it. I'm not afraid to say this. This ain't got nothing to do with racism. This ain't got nothing to do with white people, Hispanic people, purple people, orange people. This has nothing to do with the race of anybody. I'm talking about myself as a black man. If I wear certain things, I can be walking into my demise in the wrong neighborhood. I can be walking into being arrested in the wrong neighborhood, in the wrong car, with the wrong people. I got to be extra careful. So people are going to cast incorrect judgment on me. Don't even know I got a bachelor's degree. Don't even know that I'm highly educated. Don't even know that I'm a social media influencer. Don't know who I am, but you will cast an incorrect or inaccurate judgment just because of what I'm wearing. So I can tell y'all all about it. Yeah. Let's ask Trayvon Martin mama. You follow what I'm saying? But sticking to the point, a person may have casted inaccurate judgment on you just because of, where you was working at. You follow what I'm saying? Like the list goes on. But this is why they're so pissed. You never miss, because that inaccurate judgment on their behalf shows that you never miss. It shows that they made a mistake. It shows that they misjudged the man or woman. They got the inaccurate judgment. The critics talk about the football players and they talk about basketball players, and they, predict, their fantasy points and predict what they're going to get on the football field and how many yards they're going to do. But do you know that sometimes they cast inaccurate judgment? Yeah, they haven't been performing in this last 9 weeks or this last 2-3 weeks, so we're going to predict that they're going to get this. And that just may be the very game that they go out there and ball out. They never miss. Reno, what are you saying right now? People can't stand when they have inaccurate judgment about you. You follow what I'm saying? Whether this happened on your job, this happened in a relationship with your family, but people want to be right. Somebody drop in the comments and say you can't be right all the time. It's impossible. Number 4, y'all, you escape every intentional evil plot. You escape every intentional evil plot. All right? I'm talking about the people who plotted, planned, tried to get you persecuted, tried to get you executed, tried to hurt you, tried to destroy your family, tried to dismantle your finances, all right? Tried to mentally break you. Y'all know who I'm talking about. We're preaching right now. But the point is that you escape it every time. It's almost like Tom and Jerry. Tom got them evil intentions. And so with Tom, he trying to eat Jerry. He trying to beat Jerry. He trying to hurt Jerry. I mean, he just trying to do all type of heinous things to Jerry, right? But somehow, don't Jerry get outside the trap? Somehow he escape it. And somehow the same things that he intended for Jerry's harm, you follow what I'm saying? It end up being his demise or his hurtful situation or his own destruction. That's the same thing that happened with your enemies, y'all. All right? You Jerry, they Tom. Every time you escape the intentional evil plot, and that's why they're so pissed. You never miss. Number 5, y'all, it's going to be the last thing. You reflect who they're not. All right? You reflect who they're not. This right here is a big thing. It's a huge thing, because when people look at you, you remind them of all the things that they are not doing. If you are a good father, you remind a person who's not a bad father or who's not a good father that they are a bad father. If you are a good wife, you remind every woman who's not a good wife that they're a bad one. You follow what I'm saying? And that in itself can create envy. That in itself can create jealousy. That in itself can create problems, unwanted problems especially. You follow what I'm saying? And this causes people to see who they are not through your reflection. You follow what I'm saying? They are so pissed. You never miss. And see, here's the thing, y'all. A lot of this stuff got to do with personal regrets. A lot of this stuff has to do with internal issues. A lot of this stuff has to do with a person not knowing what they are and who they are, and also acknowledging the fact that I didn't make the same sacrifices that you made. That's why I'm not here. That's almost like the uncle who almost made it to the NFL, right? The uncle who almost made it to the NFL, but he didn't make the right sacrifices, meaning he did not sacrifice, his friends, meaning he was hanging around the wrong crowd of people. He didn't want to throw away his friends. He wanted to keep it real. And so keeping it real kept him in the hood and kept him from being successful as an NFL, legend or NFL player, right? But then his young nephew go through the same process, but he get it right this time. You would think that he would be happy. No, nephew, I'm not happy because you are a reflection of who I'm not. So I'm pissed. You didn't miss this time. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Same scenario. But with that being said, y'all, we're going to do a recap and then we'll get up out of here. But understand something. They're so pissed, you never miss, all right? Family, y'all make sure y'all tune in to the next video. Y'all make sure y'all run the lights up on the Reno Speaks Rich's channel. Let's do this recap and we'll get up out of here. Number 1, your discernment is always spot on. Number 2, your delivery is on point. Number 3, they have inaccurate judgment. Number 4, you escape every intentional evil plot. And number 5, y'all, you reflect who they're not. They can't stand this, all right? But family, I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.